Good morning, everybody. This is K5RN. Had a request on YouTube for somebody wanting to know how to connect their radio to a Wires X node. It's the same on the radios, but as of the frequency that people have their nodes dialed into is pretty much different across the board. They could be on a 2 meter, they could be on a 440. So I'll just show you through how I've got my node set up. Mine is sitting on a FTM-100 RF link. It's about 20 miles from the repeater, running off 5 watts to the KY50 repeater down in Cleburne, Texas. So I'll show you how you connect the FT-2dr first, and then we'll go to the 400 to get a little bit better display and integration for demos through the 400. But the FT-2dr does the same thing. It's just all in grayscale and a smaller screen. So I'll take the FT-2dr. I've got it, because it's on 5 watts, I'll have it outside the window here to connect. And what you do is you just tap the X key. There's a Wires X on every single one of these radios. You just tap that button. You see it connect the Wires X mode. On the receive, you'll see that's connected. It goes to the CQ Texas room. It connected to this node. So that because the repeater is acting as an RF link into the node, that's the reason why it's picking up the room and everything. You can click this search and direct if you wanted to and see your bookmarks. Bookmarks and categories, I keep those for like my speed dials. Instead of having to go through a whole list of all the rooms, there's almost over 1,000 rooms in there. I usually keep the current ones that I drive and use on a daily basis. Just tap the bookmarks, it'll connect. And there's my current, the ones that I usually connect into on an everyday basis. I just scroll through them and you can tap it and it'll connect to the different room. Put it back here to back. Back again. And it's that simple. And disconnect from it, you just hold the X down and it goes right back into repeater mode, to where you can actually just scroll. I can change the modes here. Mode voice wide, FM, and then FM automatic mode select. I keep it that way on that repeater because it's a fusion repeater that acts as both a digital and an analog repeater. So we'll go ahead and turn this one off and I'll show you the FTM-400. Okay, from the 400, little bit different. You still got the X button here, but on the 400 you've got to hold it down. You'll see it connect. There's the transmit, receive, and you'll notice it's connected to the same room. It's a CQ Texas room, and the node is the K5RN Texas room, or Texas node. I'll go down here into the search. There's my bookmarks for my mobile. I tap it. You can either tap the screen or you hold it, click this button right here down, or your dial, and it'll connect to it, doing the same thing. I'll show you through this demo how you can touch a screen. But you scroll down through your list of which ones you want to connect to. That's the bottom one. Let's go to, we can go to the worldwide wires. You just tap it. You just bump the dial. And it connected to the worldwide wires X room. Give it a couple seconds, it'll refresh the screen. And this is actually the room that's connected to. It's worldwide wires. There's 23 nodes in there. This is the emergency room, or emergency news. That'll flash red if you have emergency traffic waiting. Say, like if they're running a Skywarn net or some other net that's running in the room, this will actually flash, and it'll every 10 minutes it'll come up with the audio or text message of what's in place that's going on in the room. The news station. This is where you can do a text messaging for people that just want to check it out. Anything that's inside the room. Local news, you could hold pictures. You could do audio, text messages. International news, it's kind of, I still believe in, pretty much most of the systems in beta. But the international news is ran by Japan, Yaesu. They put in their stuff like, Happy New Year, or different information that they want to broadcast out to all the other nodes. Let's go back. And now you'll notice your FTM-400 console is in the Wires X console. Let's see if anybody's around. This is Kilo 5 Oscar Radio November doing a YouTube test. Anybody around digital want to come back to a call? K5ORN, Burleson, Texas.
Good morning to you. Name here is Mark. Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo Mark in Atlanta, Georgia. Kilo Juliet 4 Victor Oscar. K5ORN, back to you. KJ4VO.
Hey Mark, hadn't talked to you in a while. Thanks a lot. I had a guy asking a question on a FT-2dr and to do a video on one for connecting to Wires X. But I was going to go ahead and tie in the 400 as well into it. Thanks a lot for coming back to my call, Mark. I'm going to post this up here on YouTube here in a little bit and send it over to him. So thanks for coming back to my call, Mark. We're just doing a little demo here. K5ORN, Burleson, Texas. Back to you, KJ4VO, K5ORN.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I better get back to work, but it's not sounding great. So the room's filled up. Keep up the good work out there. KJ4VO clear.
That is K5ORN going clear and back to the local node, K5ORN 73. Alright, now let's see. To get back to your repeater, you just hold this button down again, and it goes back to your simplex, your VFO. Here's one little bug that I kind of don't like about the 400. When you drop out of the Wires X, it takes you back to the VFO. It doesn't take you back to the memory channel, which it did on the FT-2dr. When you drop out of there, it'll go right back to memory. So you just have to go down here and tap that right there, and it'll take you right back to your memory mode. Well, I hope that clears up a little bit of information for you. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave some questions in the comment section. I'll reply as soon as I can. 73 from K5ORN, Burleson, Texas.